What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel where we look to cash in on some NFL underdogs every week of the NFL season. Coming off an okay week where I went 4-4 in week 6, and we look to keep it going as we enter week 7 of the NFL season. There's some really interesting dogs to be picked this week. This week, we are going to be riding with the Giants, the Falcons, the Jets, the 49ers, the Lions, the Colts, the Sehawks, and the Steelers. If you're new to my channel, let me quickly explain how I do things. I use the Wednesday lines to pick the underdogs this week that I'm going to bet. And then not only do I explain who I'm going to be picking, but I use one stat to describe why I'm picking them. So let's get this started and let's start locking in some bets. Let's start with a 2-for-1 pick that I'm going to be betting this Sunday. We're going to start off by looking at the ultimate underdogs. Who would have thought through 6 weeks of the NFL season that we'd be talking Giants and Jets? And we have no choice but to talk about them because right now both teams have been the most profitable teams betting straight up on the money line. You go through the years, and the last time that these two teams combined for 9 wins through 6 weeks of the NFL season, all the way back to 2010. We have the Giants as +3 underdogs against the Jaguars. A Jaguars team that I have been very high on this season, stumbled as of late. And we got the Jets underdogs against the Broncos. How, I have no idea. Anybody who's watched the Broncos the past 3 weeks, I feel like this is just going to be a steal. The stat for these two games, all revolving around underdog status. The Giants are 4-0 straight up as underdogs this season, and they're only the third team in 10 years to go 4-0 straight up while being dogs. Moving on to the Jets are only the second team in the Super Bowl era to have a winning record despite being dogs. I'll be locking in the +3 for the Giants, and I'm going to be locking in the money line for the Jets right now. Moving on to one of my favorite teams this NFL season. We're talking Falcons at Bengals. Falcons right now +6 underdogs against a 3-3 Bengals team. And I don't know if there's anything more I can say about this Falcons team that I haven't said for the past 6-7 weeks. They just cover 6-0 against the spread. The only other two teams that have gone 6-0 against the spread in the last decade, you're looking at the 2021 Cowboys and you're looking at the 2018 Chiefs. Looking ahead, if the Falcons manage to go 7-0 against the spread, then they're going to be looking to be the 5th team to do so. Stat of the game for this is only 4 teams have gone 7-0 against the spread since '78. You're looking at the 2021 Cowboys, the 2018 Chiefs, the 2008 Titans, and you're looking at the 2007 Patriots. And I think the Falcons do it. I'm going to be locking in the +6 right now. Up next, looking at a game that I had circled about 3 weeks ago because I knew the 49ers were going to be given points at home against the Chiefs. Doesn't matter that the Chiefs lost to the Bills last week. The 49ers, home underdogs, +3 against the Chiefs this Sunday. And I don't know how you don't back Kyle Shanahan as a home underdog. His record with Jimmy Garoppolo is unreal. Stat for this game, Jimmy Garoppolo is 14-6 straight up as a home dog, 16-4 against the spread in his career as a home dog. It's the best winning percentage by any QB in the modern Super Bowl era, and that includes the playoffs. I'm locking in the 49ers as +3 dogs right now. Before we move on to our next bet, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. I will be betting NFL underdogs throughout the NFL season. We're already at week 7, so we're close to the halfway mark. Leave a comment down below if you like my bet, you don't like my bet, you just want to talk some football. I've also linked my other social media down below, Instagram, Twitter, where I do post daily NFL, MLB, NHL underdog picks. Go give those a follow. And again, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Let's keep locking in some picks. I'm going to talk now about a team that has me a little worried after getting thumped by the Patriots 2 weeks ago. Lions, +7 underdogs going into Dallas to play the now healthy Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It looks like Dak's going to be back for this game. I think that has to be factored into sort of why Detroit's getting so many points here. Not going to lie, the Cowboys defense really scares me in this one. +7 is a lot of points to be given a Detroit team that I've been pretty high on coming into the season. They're kind of like my NFC Jacksonville, but I think it's too many points. Jared Goff for the Lions playing indoors, I think, is a huge factor into why I'm going to be betting Detroit on this game. It's not the stat for this game. The only thing that gives me pause is a Cowboys defense that I think plays much better than the Patriots defense, and the Patriots defense completely had the Lions offense's number 2 weeks ago when they got blanked by the Patriots. But I'm back in Detroit on this one. Stat of the game for this one, the Lions are 11-7-1 straight up off of a bye and are 14-5 against the spread after a bye. They're the most profitable team against the spread in the past 20 years after coming off a bye. Detroit's coming off a bye, so I'm going to be locking in Detroit +7 against the Cowboys right now. Talking next about a team that makes me absolutely uncomfortable to throw money on, but I think I have to just given the trends. We're looking at the Colts as 2.5-point underdogs against the Tennessee Titans. They're coming against a Titans team that I think is kind of flawed. They've gotten a couple fluky wins, one against my Raiders. Let's talk stat for this game. We're going to look at Frank Reich and his time as a Colts head coach after playing divisional teams back-to-back. Played the Jacksonville Jaguars last week, playing the Tennessee Titans this week. In his time as the Colts head coach, he's done this 7 times, and he's 5-2 against the spread. Bonus stat, after a straight-up win against a divisional opponent, he's 3-0 against the spread. I'm going to back the trend. I'm going to lock in the 2.5 points that they're giving me for the Colts against the Titans right now. Next up, talking about a team that I was completely wrong about going into the season. I predicted Seattle to have the worst record by the end of the season. Fair to say, I think I'm probably going to be wrong about that. Thank you, Carolina, for that. Seattle's a fun watch. Geno Smith is playing like a top 7 quarterback in the league. I think it's fair to say that Seattle's probably pretty okay with how that Russell Wilson trade's looking. Let's focus on Geno Smith for this stat. Stat of the game, Geno Smith career as an underdog going into a game, 16-10-2 against the spread. Bonus stat, he's covered 8 of the past 10 games as a dog. I'm back in Seattle. They're giving me 6.5 points against the Chargers. I'm going to lock that bet in right now. Final pick for the week. We're looking at the Steelers as +7 underdogs going into Miami in a primetime matchup. Going against home favorites in primetime matchups aren't my favorite picks, but giving me 7 points with the Steelers against a Dolphins team that's going to get Tua back for the first time in weeks. Steelers put on a clinic last week against the Buccaneers. And again, 7 points, I just think it might be too much. I'm going to be pounding the Mike Tomlin stats every time I bet the Steelers. So no secret here. Stat of the game for this, Mike Tomlin, 38-15-1 against the spread from week 5 onward in the regular season. I'm going to be backing the Steelers +7 against the Dolphins. I'll be locking that bet in right now. And that's it. Those are my week 7 NFL underdog picks. I've locked each bet in. Now we just sit back, see how I did. To recap, we are going with the New York teams this week. We're looking at the Giants +3 against the Jaguars. We're going to take the Jets money line against the Donkeys. We are backing the Cover Kings this year. Falcons +6 at the Bengals. We're going to see if the 49ers can get the Chiefs on a little bit of a losing streak, backing them though at +3. We're going with Detroit +7 against the Cowboys. I'm looking at the Colts as 2.5-point underdogs against the Titans. We're looking at Geno Smith and those Seattle Seahawks as +6.5 against the Chargers. And I'm looking at the Steelers as +7 against the Dolphins. Everybody go lock in your picks. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing this till the end of the NFL season. Everybody, thanks for watching. Go lock in your bets. We'll see you after Sunday.